People may forget what you said. People may forget what you did. But people will never forget if what you said or did made them fall asleep. And with that, I promise to keep this speech short. Good morning. Thank you all for coming. Parents, friends, teachers, and probably most importantly, the graduates. On behalf of our class, I would especially like to thank our parents for all they have done for us. Without you, none of us would be where we are today. I would also like to thank the teachers for the hours and hours of extra work you put in just to see us succeed and thrive. Also, there probably wouldn't be a Central Catholic without you guys. 10 years ago, if you had told me that I would be speaking at my high school graduation, I would have been shocked and, to be honest, a little disappointed. Graduating from high school was never really part of my childhood master plan. A plan conceived at the age of 10. Instead, at this point in my life, I plan to have written 3 books and founded not one, but 2 multi-million-dollar companies. And although I haven't written 3 books, I have survived your thesis. And even though I haven't founded any startups recently, I've had several very successful lemonade stands. Despite failing to achieve my master plan, I can safely say that I've experienced a worthy alternative, a Central Catholic education. The past 4 years have been a roller coaster, with athletic achievements to rival any year in Central Catholic history. Countered by heartbreaking loss in our greater CC community, with the death of Jacob Parkhurst, a classmate and friend to many. Yet, through it all, our class has grown closer. A personal example came last spring. Our graduation, still a distant sight on the horizon. Going into my senior year, I wanted to try some new things, so I ran for student council. I lost. But when I thought about all the speeches of the deserving candidates who won, I recognized a common theme, an emphasis on class unity. Each candidate that won, I talked about how he or she wanted us to have a senior year to remember, one in which we bonded as a class. From Mount Tabor barbecues to the campfires at senior retreat, our classes come together like never before. The class of 2014 has been labeled the whatever class, supposedly content with the hand we have been dealt or the grade we've been given, whether that be an A or a C. We've embraced the nickname wholeheartedly and made it our own. However, when I look at our class, I see us differently. Although we may have caught a particularly severe case of senioritis, or possibly even created a whole new strain of the disease, content is not the word that comes to mind when I think of our class. No. Instead, I think of the months of preparation and hard work put into the wonderful drama productions, like the fun and entertaining Seussical this past spring. I think of the dedication of the band members, practicing in the early hours of the morning below the gym to hone their craft for assemblies, games, and concerts. I think of the 28,865 hours of community service performed by the whatevers, more than any other class in Central Catholic history. In the 181 graduating students I see in front of me, I see no lack of passion. I see a group of passionate and caring students, eager and impatient to go out and make their mark on the world. Maybe at the expense of 1 or 2 finals. I see a group of kids with talents as diverse as the world into which we are about to embark. I see artists. I see athletes. I see dancers. I see scientists. And even a few rappers. We recognize the potential of our classmates and we support them at assemblies, basketball games, and open mic nights. But hey, the graduation speech isn't complete without a cheesy metaphor. So, high school is like a book, filled with chapters, each chapter with a different story to tell. No one in the purple chairs in front of me has had the same high school experience. Some of us have read and soaked up every word, every experience, loving each second of it. Others of us have simply read the spark notes. You know who you are. Regardless of how one read these past 4 years, we have all made it, and we now sit less than an hour away from the next chapter of our lives. As we exit the Child Center today, diploma clutched in our hand, and Instagram pictures waiting to be posted, we leave much like we came into Central Catholic. No one is ASB president or all-state athlete. We leave together as classmates, members of the class of 2014, just as we entered on that freshman orientation day not so long ago. And, who knows, we might even be more mature. A decade from now, when we look back upon our high school years, we won't remember the grade we got from computer apps or in wellness. But we will remember the time we sent 4 of our 6 fall sports teams to the state finals. We will remember the breakdance battle from freshman year. We will remember the incredible talent displayed at open mic nights and our fun class outing at Hayden Island. Lastly, we will remember the wrecks and the destroys and our hilarious school pictures, proving once again that we do not take ourselves too seriously. And with all this talk of memories, I'm getting a little nostalgic. So I think we create one last memory in class of 2014, and in the spirit of our generation, I say to capture that memory with a selfie. Put your hands up and get your dog faces on, because we're about to take one last picture. And with that, Central Catholic Classy Jokes 2014, we did it.
Now to present our keynote speaker, please welcome Central Catholic President